Hello, race fans. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is back after a brief hiatus. We are here at Martinsville Speedway for chase race number 6. This is the TUMS Fast Relief 500. Now, the last time we were here at Martinsville, the driver who won this race started on the pole, which was Cody Lamas. He's gonna start mid-pack today. But today on the pole, we have Cole Daly out of Penske Racing, and right beside him is Tim Feigl, who's won here a couple of times back in the Truck Series. And in row 2, we have Nathan Duenas in the 18, a chase contender. Right now, he sits third in standings, only 4 points behind the points leader William Duncan. Right behind him are 3 more chase contenders, Seth Cole and Hendrick Racing teammates Barney Ward and Joseph Lombard. We're going to have to see what happens as we're about to have those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright boys, just like we talked about in the meeting, what's going to pay off for us today is patience and consistency. Good smooth racing on the racetrack, and that's what will take us up to the front. We'll be there at the end of this thing.
As the cars are rolling down the track, here is your starting lineup for the TUMS Fast Relief 500. Already back on track, and James McLeod in the pace truck is already driving down pit road. What will we see here for 50 laps? Cole Daly, Tim Feigl, Nathan Duenas, and Charles Jackson. That is our top 4 as the green flag is out here at Martinsville. Time for some short track racing. And oh man, Nathan Duenas, he's not wasting any time. He's already taken away second from Tim Feigl. Tim Feigl trying to fight as hard as he can on the outside. Hopefully Martinsville won't be a wreck fest today, as Cole Daly will lead the first lap. Now here comes Seth Cole on the inside. Seth Cole desperately needs a good run. Right now he sits 11th in standings. And oh boy, I see the lights on the pace truck. The caution's out. The caution is already out. It looks like Cole Daly is going to lead them back to the line. It looks like we had a little incident on the front straightaway. It involved Sam Young and possibly even Alex Drayton, 5th in standings. Oh yes, he's got some rear damage. Oh boy, that's not gonna help out Alex Drayton in the championship hunt. Matthew Daly, he's got a little bit of damage now. And oh man, Lyndon Wright, he's got some damage. Something happened to the 21. It doesn't look like we have any tickets for pit road yet, so let's see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day. We're just having to bring out our first caution, and it looks like the other Daly brother, Matt, it looked like he got turned by Dylan Pote, and then he got into the right rear quarter panel of Jake Rogers, and Jake Rogers, he was just able to keep that 91 off the wall, and Alex Drayton, oh man, he gets in contact with the 22. Then that make Lyndon Wright get into him. I also see that Steven Gonzalez also got a little bit of damage from that, 2nd in standings. So we had 2 chase contenders involved back here. We see Richard Johnson, Trent Dunham gets into Alex Drayton. The 2 get together once again. Oh. Oh man, if Alex Drayton doesn't make up any ground, that's really gonna hurt him in pursuit of the championship.
I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground. I'm getting to like this feeling I find. I'm getting to love the thought of having you around. And I will never let you down. I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground. I'm getting to like this feeling I found.
And here we are back at Martinsville, getting ready to go with 1 lap to go on the restart. No cars dropped out of the race from that small accident. Okay, here's our top 10 rundown. Cole Daly is the leader. Chase contender Nathan Duenas is second. Seth Cole is third. Fourth is Tim Feigl. Fifth is Barney Ward. Sixth is Charles Jackson. Seventh is Zohar Mana. Eighth is Joseph Lombard. Ninth is James Qualls. And rounding out the top 10 is Alexander Jones. And here comes Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright, he went a lap down after that incident, so we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen to the 21 as the pace truck is already back on pit road. We're having the restart. So far, Cole Daly has led every lap so far, and we're gonna have to keep an eye on the 21 car. We're gonna have to see if he's up to speed. And oh man, it looks like he's coming down pit road. Bad luck and problems continue for the 21 of Lyndon Wright. That's a real tough break for him. As we head back to the front, and we got a battle for the lead. Nathan Duenas, he just, oh man, he just took the lead from Cole Daly, and we got a car up ahead. And no boy, we're having green flag pit stops, I think, but some cars have damage. The caution's not out as we see Jack Richards. He's taking a pit stop now. And oh man, we got Dylan Young in the black Deuce. He's got some rear end damage to the back of that 2 car. I don't know what happened there, but he's clearly up to speed. Headed back to the front. It's still all about Nathan Duenas. Some cars are taking pit stops and some aren't. Is this going to be strategy? I don't know. But now we see Duenas' teammate Jack Richards coming back onto the track. No doubt they're probably a lap or maybe a couple of laps down. Heading through the field, Seth Cole, he continues to run in third. He desperately needs a good finish today if he wants to bounce back for the championship. And Barney Ward, he's ending up in 5th. Now I'm sure most of you already know that Barney Ward has decided to retire and leave the NR 2003 community, so this will be his last couple of races in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. He's already confirmed that he wants to finish out in the 88 before the season ends. The same goes for his older brother Ben in the 42. Headed back to the field, now we see a side-by-side battle between Alexander Jones and Tim Walsh in the 47. Tim Walsh now sponsoring Kingsford. Some cars are really getting a lot of damage out there. They're really beating and banging. As we now see Jared Wayfield getting in front of his Earnhardt Ganassi teammate Ben Ward in the 42. You see John Acosta back here running by himself. He's currently running in the 16th position. Now Eric Burton, he's got some real damage, but he's still trying to hang in on there. He needs a good finish right now because right now he sits 4th in standings, only 6 points behind the points leader. Let's find our points leader. Where is William Duncan? William Duncan now he's sitting in the 32nd position. Now he's under attack by a couple of Stewart Haas Racing guys, Ryan Cooper and Alex Drayton. Changing over to the Best Buy sponsorship. William Duncan's got one of the cleanest cars on the track. He's really trying to stay out of trouble. Headed back to the front, it's still all about Nathan Duenas out of Joe Gibbs Racing. Nathan Duenas trying to get his second win of the season. His first came all the way back at California earlier this season. But Cole Daly, he's not going to give up one bit. He is all over the back bumper. He just waited for the 18 to slip up, and I see that Barney Ward has gotten around Tim Vaughan for the 4th position. You know, man, Seth Cole, he just went way high. I don't know what's going on with that number 52. Maybe he better not he better not be eating a Butterfinger like the sponsorship on his car. As we now see Jack Richards currently 6th in standings. Right now he's running in the 37th position. They're catching up to the damaged Sam Young. The front of his car is crunched up and he's missing his hood. But it won't be long for some of the leaders are going to have to take pit stops as well, as we now currently have a pretty good green flag run going. As Cole Daly now, he's trying to close the gap on that 18. Let's ride on board with the 77. Cole Daly trying to do whatever he can to catch the back of that number 18 Toyota Camry. He almost had a pretty good run on the inside. It looks like Cole Daly is going to have to count on some lap traffic or maybe even a caution to come out because we're slowly approaching the halfway mark. The next upcoming races are going to be key factors for some of these chase contenders. Let's take a look and see where Steven Gonzalez is right now. Currently 2nd in standings. He's still right behind the Stewart Haas boys. He's behind Ryan Acosta and Alex Drayton, now sitting in the 34th position, right in front of last week's winner Trent Dunham. Now we see Richard Johnson and Jay Wakefield. They both have rear damage to the back of their cars. And no, man, it looks like Jack Richards and the leaders, they caught up to Sam Young in the 9. And it looks like Jack Richards, he's trying to go under Sam Young. Jack Richards trying to stay on the lead lap as much as possible. I think he's a lap down though. Yes, he is. He's 1 lap down. Well, he's trying not to go 2 laps down. As we now see Nathan Duenas, he's trying to go under Sam Young now to try to put him another lap down. And Cole Daly, he's trying to use it to his advantage to try to move up in the field. It won't be long for these leaders to have to take pit stops, but when is that? I don't know. And oh boy, almost contact with the 77 and the 18. That was close. And this is Cole Daly's chance. He's finally gotten under Nathan Duenas, and he's going to go for the lead. He's going to try to use Sam Young as a pit. But Nathan Duenas, he is fighting as hard as he can on that outside. He does not want to give up the lead that easy. Just look at the outside run. He's trying to get in that 18 car. He's going to lead yet another lap, but Cole Daly, he is fighting hard. He's trying to be like Cody Lamas. He started on the pole, and he's trying to win the race. And here comes Seth Cole. He's gotten around Sam Young. Seth Cole may be trying to capitalize on both of them, as both Cole Daly and Nathan Duenas still trying to battle it out for the lead. And Cole Daly has finally cleared the 18, but I bet the 18 is not going to back down. But remember, all these guys, they still have to pit pretty soon, and Cole Daly, he's trying to pull away from them. We got 3 yellow cars running 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Now see Barney Ward trying to get under Sam Young now. And here comes Charles Jackson in the 15. Trying to represent for Michael Watson Racing today. He's the only Michael Watson Racing car in the top 5. A couple of cars back is his teammate James Qualls, who's got some rear damage. He's sitting in the 8th position now. Heading back to the front as we just completed lap 30. It's still all about Cole Daly. As we cycle through the field, see if we can find any more chase contenders we haven't talked about yet. There's Jake Rogers in the 91, currently 9th in standings behind Ryan Acosta. And speaking of Ryan Acosta, he's right now in front of Callum Wells, trying to get behind Lyndon Wright. He now sits in the 24th position. As we now take a look at Danny Wells. Danny Wells, our winner from Loudon. He's trying to he's really trying to get back in the chase picture. Right now, he sits 7th in standings. There's Eric Burton. I already spoke about him. That may be all right now. There's Joseph Lombard. He still winless this season. He may be trying to look to capitalize on a pit strategy as right now he's currently sitting in the 8th position. Headed back to the front as we are now on lap 34. It's still all about Cole Daly. Ever since he took that lead from Nathan Duenas, he has not looked back. But now Nathan Duenas in the 18, he's under attack by Seth Cole. Two candy cars, M&M's and Butterfinger. They're trying to go at it. Seth Cole really needs to try to take advantage here and hope he can. And oh man, some of the leaders are coming in. Barney Ward and Tim Feigl are coming in for pit stops. Oh boy, this definitely gonna change the field. When do Cole Daly and Nathan Duenas and Seth Cole have to come in? I don't know. It may be this time by. Let's see. Nathan Duenas, he's coming in, but Cole Daly and Seth Cole, they're staying out. And here comes Charles Jackson as well. He's pitting. Pit strategy, a definite factor now as Cole Daly, he continues to hang on to the lead. Now here he comes down pit road as well as Seth Cole. And here comes the rest of the leaders. James Qualls, Zohar Mana. There's the winner last time we were here, Cody Lamas. I believe he's a lap down because he's in the 39th position. As we now take a look at the leaders pit road working now. We have to wait on the ticker to update. And I think right now our current leader is Dylan Pote. I believe he's yet to come down pit road. Well, he's coming down now. Dylan Pote, he's coming down pit road now. Our only 4-time winner in the SEGA Cup. And oh man, contact on pit road. Oh man, Dylan Pote just ran into Steven Gonzalez. Oh man, that was close. There's no caution on the track, luckily, but oh man, the leaderboard is definitely going to be scrambled up right now. I'm going to have to wait for it to update. The leader last time by was I think Cole Daly. There he is right there. As Jake Rogers, he seems to be going back in. The field is greatly jumbled up now as we're now approaching lap 40. I wonder if Cole Daly is still the leader. The ticker has yet to update itself yet. And I think he is the leader. Yes, he is. He is the leader, and Seth Cole is second. But oh man, look at all the traffic between him and Cole Daly. And look who's in third. Jack Richards. Oh man, pitting early really definitely helped the 20 car get back up in the field. Tim Walters fourth. Fifth is now Zohar Mana out. Nathan Duenas dropped all the way back to 6th. Barney Ward is in 7th. Alex Ferranti is 8th. 9th is Charles Jackson, and 10th is now Red Bell. Like I always say, pit strategy is always going to be a factor, but oh man, look at the huge lead Cole Daly has. He just lapped Jake Rogers once again. Now he's in front of now he's trying to get behind Danny Wells, not making any mistakes, trying to represent for Penske Racing. The only thing that can mess up Cole Daly right now is this lap traffic. One little mistake, and Seth Cole will take complete advantage. And oh man, some of the lap cars are forcing him on the outside. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do to the leader. Seth Cole getting behind Jay Wayfield, but he's got a bumper full of another chase contender. That's Eric Burton, but Eric Burton, I believe he's a lap down at 32nd. Yes, he is. The last car on the lead lap is actually, let's see. The last car on the lead lap is actually Danny Wells, which is right in front of he's right in front of Cole Daly, and Cole Daly, he's trying to put him a lap down, but at the same time, Danny Wells, he's trying to block whatever line possible as we got more cars coming down pit road. This may be some of the cars that came down earlier, and I see that Jack Richards may have came down pit road. At the time, he was running in 3rd. I think he just came off pit road now. Now he's sitting in the 33rd position. And I just saw someone else who just got into the top 10 for the first time today. John Acosta. Let me tell you something. John Acosta over the last couple of weeks, he's just been really consistently. It's just the same that he just showed none of that consistency during the regular season. As the laps are winding down, we now have now we're getting on 3 laps to go, and Cole Daly still has a huge lead over Seth Cole, 2.5 seconds. Pretty much straightforward race for the 77. All he has to do is just make no mistakes and hope no lap cars get in his way, because he has a bunch of traffic right in front of him. Danny Wells, Trent Dunn, Steven Gonzalez, and many more. As we now have 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go, and it's still all about Cole Daly trying to represent for Penske Racing. Coming out of turns 3 and 4, we're coming to the white flag. We're coming to the white flag this time by Cole Daly. A really dismal season. Only really successful in the Truck Series, where he has a win at Rockingham. But I bet he's going to be celebrating today with his brother Matthew, coming out of turns 3 and 4 to win the TUMS Fast Relief 500. It's going to be Cole Daly. Cole Daly captures his first ever SEGA Cup Series victory here at Martinsville. Second place and going to receive 12 points is going to be Seth Cole. That'll really help him out in the chase picture. Third is Nathan Duenas. That will help him out as well. He may be our new points leader, but I still have to calculate the points. Oh boy. I'll just call it the TUMS 500. And the standings are now official. Cole Daly captures his first ever SEGA Cup Series victory here at Martinsville, as he will take home the TUMS Fast Relief 500. Seth Cole ends up second. Nathan Duenas third. 2 chase contenders finish second and third. That'll help them out. Tim Walsh ends up fourth. Good run for him. Zohar Mona ends up fifth. Barney Ward sixth. Alex Ferranti seventh. Charles Jackson 8th, Red Bull 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is John Acosta. Then there's chase contender Joseph Lombard, Alexander Jones, Dylan Young, Dylan Pote, the Dylan and Dylan Show, and Tim Fogger. That rounds out the top 15. Then it's Kurt Mortnick, chase contender Ryan Acosta, James Qualls, Aaron Williams, and Shawn Henley. That's the top 20. Our points leader, William Duncan, ends up 21st. I don't know if he's still going to be the points leader. The points still have to be calculated. Then it's Rhett Yates, Tony Blazer, Christopher Martin, Ryan Cooper, chase contender Steven Gonzalez, and Trent Dunham was the last car on the lead lap. Cars a lap down. No cars dropped out of the race. There were Danny Wells, Andrew Sidney, chase contender Eric Burton, Callum Wells, Matthew Daly, chase contenders Alex Drayton and Jack Richards. Richard Johnson, Jared Wakefield, both of the Wakefield brothers finished together. Chase contender Jake Rogers, he's our worst finishing chase contender. That's really going to hurt him. Ben Ward, Cody Lamas, Lyndon Wright, and Sam Young. That's our field. Well, we're done here at Martinsville. The next chase race in the SEGA Cup is gonna be at Texas. Yeehaw! And hopefully we'll have some more exciting racing there. Are we gonna see Alex Drayton sweep Texas this season? We're gonna have to find out when we go there. But congratulations one last time to Cole Daly for winning at Martinsville.